My name is Becky Norton. I am originally from Oklahoma.
And I'm Tommy Norton, and met my wife in Oklahoma, moved to California for my job, and now live in Panama.
We live on Avenida Balboa in Panama City, and we are really used to being in a city. We were from the San Francisco Bay Area. We love being in Panama City. Panama City, if you look at it on any YouTube videos, it's like you're living in Hong Kong or Singapore. It is incredible what this city has to offer. We found out that Panama City is the financial capital of Central America, and there is nothing here that we didn't have in the United States. There's all kinds of restaurants, any flavor. There's the great shopping within walking distance of why we chose to live here. We have restaurants within walking distance here on Avenida Balboa. Yeah, this is where we wanted to be. The great thing about where we are on one of the main roads in Panama City. Avenida Balboa is always busy, but it's incredible. We can go out at any time, day or night. I have gone out and walked at 9 o'clock at night when it's dark. Never at any time have I ever been the least bit scared, apprehensive, worried about being by myself. It's incredible. The only thing you have to watch, as Jackie points out in many of her videos, is you want to be careful about walking on the sidewalks because they're not good.
Yeah, don't be looking at your phone.
You will have holes. There will be up and down stairs or even no stairs, just a big hump that you've got to get over. You have to be careful about that, but you don't ever have to be worried about being scared of anything, ever. The other really fun thing about living on Avenida Balboa is this is where all the parades are, and this every Sunday or most Sundays they close part of Avenida Balboa, and I call it Sunday Fun Day. They all are bike riding and skating and skateboarding and walking, running right in the middle of the street on this huge busy street. They've closed it. They close it every Sunday morning, and it's just lots of fun to live here and be able to watch that. Our cost of living would run us about, with what we do, because we do go out quite a bit. Yeah. I do a lot of shopping. I spend a lot of time at PriceSmart. And then we go to Reba Smith, we go to Ray, we go to the fish market. We've just found out that we can go to Cisco and shop, and you don't have to have any kind of membership, and we've not done that yet, but we're going to. But my total cost of living is probably around $3,000 a month with what we do. We could do less and it wouldn't be as much, but our social life, we go out at least 2 or 3 times a week with friends, and that's how we entertain ourselves. Plus, we've been on some tours, but I would say that we average about $3,000 a month. Panama has changed our lives because we now, when we were in the United States, we spent all our time working, and I worked 7 days a week. And I averaged probably around 70 hours a week, easy. Tom didn't work quite that much, but close. But since we have moved to Panama, we have made so many friends through Jackie's PRT groups that we now are, our social life, our kids, every time, I talk to my kids a lot on FaceTime, thank heaven for that. But now every time I talk to them every evening, I'll say, okay, well, we got to go because it's time for us to go meet our friends. And they're like, do y'all ever stay home? We don't now. That's what we do. We spend a lot of time with friends, but there was a lot of years that we didn't do that because we were too busy working. The first thing I want to describe on what our favorite thing has been to do is we went on a tour for the, I believe it's called the Umbrella tribe, that we discovered this tour, And I highly recommend it for anybody that's in the area. You drive for about an hour, and then you get on this tour,
The canoe.
and you get on the canoe. They take you up into the village. They serve you lunch, and then they teach you their dance. Then they show you what they have handmade, and that's how they survive, is because you buy their crafts. And it was an incredible tour. Some of the challenges that we had with coming to Panama were that we wanted to bring our 2 cats. And the challenges, as Jackie describes in many of her videos and in the guide, the challenges of trying to meet the airline requirements, the Panamanian requirements to get animals of any kind into the country are extremely stressful. For us, we wanted to come very quickly. We took the tour in May. We wanted to come by mid-August. So we found out that you have to do, there are certain requirements you have to do to bring a pet.
We actually left from Dallas, Texas area and found a pet relocation company in the Dallas area that actually took our pets. They sent 2 people, 1 each to take each pet, and we actually just met them at the airport. It was a vet and the spouse that brought our pets here, and it was the easiest thing that we've ever done. I could not deal with the stress of all the time constraints of what you have to do for the vet certificates and all that. So we let somebody else handle that. It wasn't cheap, but it was very, very little stress, and all we did was have to go to the airport and pick them up.
It has been extremely easy and almost a pleasant surprise at how quickly we've been able to make friends in Panama City. I'm sure it's that way all over Panama, I have no doubt. Jackie has a monthly group that she gets together and allows or has a monthly gathering where you go and you meet other people that have gone on the tours, and she does that usually it's every 3rd Thursday, and it is a huge blessing because that's how we've met most of the people that we know that are expats, not all from the United States, but we also have met several Panamanian friends through various different areas and venues, and that has been a blessing as well because they are so friendly, and the people here are what make this country so great.
Yes. So we discovered Panama through looking at videos about Costa Rica, because that's where we originally were thinking we would retire to, and we started seeing YouTube videos that compared Costa Rica to Panama, and started getting interested in Panama. We'd never thought about Panama, but yes, the benefits in Panama.
And we discovered Panama Relocation Tours through watching the YouTube videos, and all of a sudden we were on a lot of things called Panama Relocation Tours on YouTube or various places on the internet, and we discovered what a awesome thing Jackie has created on describing living in Panama. The Panama Relocation Tour, if that hadn't been here, our transition to come here, I don't even know that we would have gone ahead and come.
I don't think we would have come.
Jackie makes it so easy, and her guide is such a wealth of knowledge, and she's constantly updating it online, so you can find out anything you want. She has a group that you have to, it's a private group, you have to have gone on the tour,
a Facebook group,
or bought the guide to even be a member of it. But it is so worth it because you can ask anything you want to in that group, and somebody knows the answer, whether it's Jackie or somebody else that's been there and done that. It's incredible.
But
that's resource.
I would say 99% of the time Jackie will answer your question.
Yes.
Along with a lot of other people.
Panama Relocation Tours exceeded everything that we could have possibly expected. The places that they took us to eat, the places they took us to stay, the time that they spent, the guides, the knowledge that the guides share it's
Invaluable.
oh yeah, it's just incredible how much we learned on those tours. I would do it again in a heartbeat if we were considering moving anywhere ever.
If somebody was wanting to move to Panama, I would highly recommend to go on the tour. If you can't go on the tour, buy the guidebook. I don't know how, there's no way we could have moved to Panama if we did not have that information. It makes it so much easier because there's so much helpful information. It is worth every penny.
And the other nice thing is that the way Jackie does it, and it continually updates, and you're still referring to it constantly. We constantly go back and look at the online guide. We're pulling out the book. We're looking at exactly what we learned, but we're trying to remember, did we learn that right? Are we thinking? And her resource of having Panama Relocation Tours, it's the reason we're in Panama ultimately, is because we went on that tour.
Exactly.